Welcome back, everyone, to Real Life, Real Answers. This morning, we're talking about the film industry, especially here in Northwest Louisiana.
Yeah, and I know that a lot of people always want to know, how do they break into showbiz now that showbiz is right here on our doorstep? So, Ryan, any tips for our viewers?
Sure. You can just send me a picture through email. I love email. The question came up a little while ago, if you need a talent agent. You don't need a talent agent. It does make it easier, especially if you are, you know, a serious actor and this is what you want to do. Then
if you're looking like a speaking role, perhaps.
If you're looking for a speaking role, you're going to want someone who is actively seeking things for you to audition for. You know, yeah, I mean, it's important to have an agent because they have the inside track with casting directors, and they can put in those calls for you. A casting office doesn't want 100 actors or 1,000,000 actors calling their office throughout the day. Otherwise, we'd never get any work done. So that's why the agents are there. They have the right forms of communication with us, and they can shoot us an email or give us a call and say, hey, I have this actor who I just signed. Do you think that you could see him for something? And I'll say, I don't have anything right now, or yes, he's perfect for this. Thanks
all
for
shapes and sizes.
Yeah, all shapes and sizes, absolutely.
Lampton, look into your crystal ball for us. Right now we have Millennium looking to build their studio in the Ledbetter Heights neighborhood. Pretty much the only thing, Cool Dog just wrapped up filming here that we even see on the horizon would be True Blood, the HBO series, if they come back here to film some more. Anything else happening locally?
Well, I think there are projects that are continuing to scout and look at Shreveport. But again, we're so bottom line driven that I think it's going to really take getting this next legislative session, you know, getting the approval, the increase to 30%, hopefully the local incentives, and then I think we'll see, the change. I think we'll see the business coming back.
What type of lobbying effort is the film industry here locally trying to put together to get that point down to Baton Rouge?
Well, the mayor's office has been extremely supportive. There was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, or a couple of weeks ago, he had a meeting of film industry and people interested in the industry to sort of see take everybody's temperature. The local legislators really do seem to be behind the increase at 30%. Senator Robert Adley has sponsored a bill to increase the incentive, the production incentive, to 30%, and Representative Rick Gallo has done the same thing. So what we're hoping, what the industry is hoping, is that you know, the local populace will get behind that and let people know, you know, let their representatives and senators know, you know, these are the bills that we're supporting and we think the industry needs.
How do you answer critics, though, who say we can't bend over backwards for this one industry as compared to, you know, the other industries throughout Louisiana that also pump a lot of money and jobs into the economy?
Right. Well, the thing is, you're not, by increasing to 30%, I don't think you're sacrificing your ability to support other industries. You're just showing a commitment to the film industry, which has been a really successful program here. Again, you know, there's the dollar spent in incentives last year, I think, was about $115 million total. But the economic impact study that the Louisiana Economic Development Department did showed that the value added to our economy was over $300 million. And as I say, it almost became a billion-dollar industry. 6,000 jobs. The numbers are really successful from the film industry. And here locally, listen, we've gone from, you know, when we arrived here after Katrina, the filmmakers who were based in Louisiana, obviously there was no film technicians, there was nobody you could hire here. We probably have 300 people who work permanently in the film industry now. These are really good jobs. They tend to be union jobs. They have pension, health, and welfare benefits. So, you know, I think what I have to say is, look, we have a very successful program. We need an incremental increase, and it'll continue to be successful.
Any jobs out there or ways that people should be preparing themselves right now? I know that Bossier Parish Community College just recently added, you know, a lot of different classes having to do with filmmaking, the movie industry.
Right. Well, we just did, actually, we did some great classes. My company, Louisiana Production Consultants, co-sponsored some classes with Louisiana Technical College. We just did a series of classes in hair, makeup, props, special effects, wardrobe. Bossier Parish has done classes. We've also done classes with Southern University in production accounting, production assistance. So I think just sort of paying attention. These classes come up now and again, and that's probably the best way. Take one of these classes. They're free tuition. They tend to be classes that last about 3 or 4 weeks, and it's a really good way to get introduced to the industry.
Lampton, you worked in New Orleans before moving up here to Shreveport. What is the difference in trying to film a movie in New Orleans or Baton Rouge as to filming one here in Shreveport? Is it easier up here?
Well, it is easier in some ways, in my opinion. Logistically, Shreveport is a really great place to film. I mean, it's one of the reasons that I based my company here and ended up staying. We have a great downtown that is very accessible, very easy to use. But logistically, I can get from downtown to I can be shooting out at somebody's farm in 15 minutes. I can, there are some natural advantages here. Look, every film has to weigh all of these things. They have to weigh their bottom line costs. They have to weigh what sort of locations, what's your primary location. If the film's written for San Francisco, we're not going to get it. If it's written for anywhere USA, we have a very good shot. We have beautiful neighborhoods, all sorts of housing.
Although we did get Factory Girl, which was based in New York.
Well,
who would have thought?
Listen, I've shot Miami and Shreveport. I shot Senegal on a project that we just premiered at Tribeca.
I was at the airport one day, and they were one end they were shooting LAX, the other end some small airport in Georgia.
Yeah,
you just never know.
Yeah, we have a great airport. It actually is very filmic. So it works very well.
Lampton, Ryan, thanks for joining us. Great talent, a lot of information for the film industry.